Joel Osteen, the charismatic pastor of Lakewood Church in Houston, Texas, connects with millions around the world every week, spreading his uplifting messages of faith, hope, and positivity. But behind the scenes, this beloved preacher has often been surrounded by controversy, sparking curiosity and debate. From his meteoric rise as one of the most influential religious figures in the world to the public scrutiny of his personal life, Osteen's every move is closely watched. And now, recent revelations about his marriage to his wife, Victoria, have left many wondering just how far beyond the ordinary their relationship has gone. In this video, we dive deep into the unexpected twists that have rocked their bond and what it means for their public image. Stay tuned. Joel Osteen, A Life of Faith, Family, and Influence. Early Life and Family Foundations, Joel Scott. Osteen was born on March 5, 1963, in Houston, Texas, into a family deeply rooted in faith and ministry. As one of 6 children of John Osteen, a former Southern Baptist pastor, and Dolores Dodie Pilgrim Osteen, Joel's upbringing was steeped in religious teachings and community service. His father laid the groundwork for what would later become one of the largest megachurches in the world, Lakewood Church. John founded Lakewood in a modest converted feed store, starting a ministry that emphasized inclusivity and hope. Joel's mother, Dodie, also played a pivotal role in shaping the family's spiritual ethos. An accomplished author herself, Dodie is best known for her book, If My Heart Could Talk, a story of family, faith, and miracles, where she candidly reflects on her journey as a pastor's wife and mother. Though often identified by her roles as John Osteen's wife or Joel Osteen's mother, Dodie insists on being recognized simply as a woman of faith, devoted to loving God and people. Joel's siblings have also embraced ministry, each contributing uniquely to the family's spiritual legacy. This cohesive commitment to serving others set the stage for Joel's eventual rise to prominence. Education and career beginnings. Joel attended Humble High School in the small city of Humble, Texas, graduating in 1981. He then pursued a degree in radio and television communications at Oral Roberts University in Tulsa, Oklahoma. While he did not complete his studies, the knowledge he gained proved instrumental in his future endeavors. Joel returned to Houston in 1982 and soon launched Lakewood's television program, a move that would exponentially expand the church's reach. By 1983, he was ordained through his father's church and began working behind the scenes, producing and directing televised sermons. For 17 years, Joel supported his father's ministry from behind the camera, developing a keen understanding of how to communicate effectively through media. This quiet season of preparation came to an abrupt end in January 1999, when his father passed away unexpectedly from a heart attack. Just days later, Joel delivered his first sermon, stepping into a leadership role he had never sought. By October 3, 1999, Joel was officially named senior pastor of Lakewood Church. The growth of Lakewood Church. Under Joel's leadership, Lakewood Church experienced extraordinary growth. In 2003, the church made a landmark move by acquiring the Compaq Center, a former sports arena that had housed the NBA's Houston Rockets and the AHL's Houston Aeros. This transformation from a sports venue to a house of worship symbolized Lakewood's ambition to reach broader audiences. The extensive renovations turned the arena into a state-of-the-art sanctuary, complete with seating for over 16,000 attendees. Today, Lakewood's annual budget exceeds $70 million, supporting a wide array of ministries, outreach programs, and televised broadcasts. Joel's sermons, which focus on positivity, personal growth, and God's goodness, have attracted millions. His messages resonate with those seeking encouragement, often steering away from traditional fire and brimstone preaching. This approach has garnered praise, but also significant criticism, with detractors arguing that his teachings lack depth in scripture and theological rigor. Joel, however, remains steadfast, emphasizing his desire to simplify complex biblical concepts and inspire people to live with purpose. Joel Osteen's personal life. Meeting Victoria. Joel met his future wife, Victoria Iloff, in 1985 under serendipitous circumstances. At the time, Victoria was working at her mother's jewelry store, Iloff Jewelers, where Joel had come to purchase a battery for his watch. Victoria's charm and confidence immediately caught Joel's attention, sparking a connection that would soon blossom into romance. Victoria was born on March 28, 1961, in Huntsville, Alabama. Her father, Donald Iloff, was a mathematician who worked for General Electric and later contributed to NASA's Saturn rocket project, a cornerstone of America's space exploration efforts. Her mother, Georgina Iloff, balanced roles as a Sunday school teacher and business owner, running the family's jewelry store. When Victoria was 2 years old, the family relocated to Houston, where Donald took a job with NASA. Joel and Victoria married on April 4, 1987, embarking on a partnership that has now lasted over 3 decades. Reflecting on their marriage in a 2016 blog post, Victoria described it as wonderful, but candidly admitted that it was not built on perfection. She emphasized that their bond is rooted in unconditional love, mutual adjustment, and a commitment to supporting each other through life's challenges. Parenting and family life. The Osteens are proud parents to 2 children, Jonathan and Alexandra Osteen, who have been actively involved in Lakewood Church since childhood. Jonathan, 24, is a gifted speaker and musician who leads the church's youth group and contributes to Lakewood's band. Alexandra, 21, is also musically talented, often lending her voice to worship services. The Osteen family resides in a 17,000-square-foot mansion in the exclusive River Oaks neighborhood of Houston. Valued at over $10.5 million, the home has drawn public scrutiny, particularly given Joel's decision to forego a salary as senior pastor. Instead, Joel's lifestyle is funded through royalties from his best-selling books, including Your Best Life Now, which topped the New York Times bestseller list in 2004. The unconventional aspects of their marriage. One of the more unusual facets of Joel and Victoria's marriage is Joel's adherence to the Billy Graham rule, a practice named after the late evangelist who famously avoided being alone with women who were not his wife. Joel has shared that he adopted this guideline to safeguard his marriage and uphold his integrity, especially in the public eye. While praised by some as a proactive measure against scandal, critics argue that the rule can perpetuate workplace inequality by limiting opportunities for women to engage in professional settings. Victoria has also sparked conversations with her candid marriage advice. In early interviews, Joel suggested that wives should make an effort to look attractive for their husbands, a sentiment Victoria echoed by encouraging women to ditch the old bathrobe and invest in their appearance. While this advice deviates from traditional pastoral counsel, both Joel and Victoria emphasize that their goal is to promote closeness and mutual respect within relationships. Literary success and broader influence. Both Joel and Victoria have found success as authors, further cementing their status as influential figures. Victoria's debut book, Love Your Life, Living Happy, Healthy, and Whole, offers insights into her personal journey and faith. She has since published devotionals and children's books, including Unexpected Treasures and Gifts from the Heart. In 2010, she launched the Victoria Osteen Literacy Program, which provides books to underprivileged children. Joel's books, meanwhile, continue to reach millions. Titles like Next Level Thinking and Every Day a Friday emphasize self-improvement through faith, encouraging readers to adopt a positive outlook on life. His televised sermons and social media presence extend his reach to over 10 million viewers weekly, spanning more than 100 countries. Public criticism and resilience. Despite their widespread appeal, the Osteens are no strangers to controversy. Critics have questioned Joel's material wealth, theological approach, and reluctance to address topics like sin and hell. Others accuse him of promoting a prosperity gospel that conflates faith with financial success. Joel defends his approach, stating that his mission is to inspire hope and help people see themselves as God sees them. The couple's response to public scrutiny reflects their commitment to their beliefs. Whether navigating debates about wealth, theological integrity, or their unconventional marriage practices, the Osteens remain focused on their shared vision of spreading positivity through faith. Joel Osteen's reluctant start in ministry. He studied radio and television communications at Oral Roberts University in Tulsa, Oklahoma, a choice that aligned with his passion for media production. However, Joel did not complete his degree, leaving school in 1982 to return to Houston. There, he helped his father launch Lakewood Church's television program, producing sermons and managing media operations for nearly 2 decades. Joel's reluctance to preach was well documented. In a 2013 interview with HuffPost, he confessed that he never felt he had the ability to speak before a congregation. Despite his father's repeated encouragement to step into the role of a preacher, Joel consistently declined, content with his behind-the-scenes work. His mindset changed in January 1999 when his father fell ill and asked him to deliver a sermon. Joel hesitated, but eventually agreed. Less than a week after Joel's first sermon, his father passed away from a heart attack. Joel found himself grappling with a profound sense of loss and an unexpected calling. Despite having no formal theological training and limited preaching experience, Joel felt compelled to lead the congregation. Reflecting on that period, he said he experienced a sense of peace and purpose that convinced him to step into the role of senior pastor. On October 3, 1999, he officially assumed leadership of Lakewood Church. Victoria Osteen, a partner in life and ministry. Victoria Osteen, born Victoria Iloff on March 28, 1961, in Huntsville, Alabama, played a pivotal role in Joel's life and ministry. The daughter of a NASA mathematician and a jewelry store owner, Victoria moved to Houston with her family when she was 2 years old. Her upbringing was rooted in both faith and family values, with her mother actively involved in Sunday school teaching. Joel and Victoria met in 1985 at Victoria's family jewelry store when Joel came in to replace a watch battery. Their connection was immediate, and they married 2 years later on April 4, 1987. At the time, neither imagined they would one day lead a global ministry. Victoria often reflects on the unexpected turns their lives have taken. In an interview with Get Up Mornings with Erica Campbell, she described becoming a pastor as a whole new ball game and something she had never envisioned when they married. However, Victoria embraced her role with grace, taking on responsibilities as a co-pastor at Lakewood Church. She has since become an accomplished author, speaker, and advocate for literacy through initiatives like the Victoria Osteen Literacy Program. Family and legacy. Raising Jonathan and Alexandra. Joel and Victoria are parents to 2 children, Jonathan and Alexandra, who have been integral to the family's ministry. Both grew up actively involved in Lakewood Church, from singing in the choir to helping behind the scenes. Jonathan, the eldest, attended the University of Texas, where he earned a degree in screenwriting. After a brief stint in Hollywood exploring a career in film, Jonathan returned home with a renewed sense of purpose. He now plays a larger role at Lakewood Church, delivering sermons to the youth group and performing with the church band. Alexandra, the youngest, is also musically gifted and continues to participate in the church's worship team. While she has not taken on a formal pastoral role, her contributions reflect the family's shared commitment to ministry. The Osteen children's involvement in Lakewood has led to speculation about whether they will carry on the family legacy. While Jonathan has expressed enthusiasm for his work at the church, He remains non-committal about taking over as senior pastor, stating he is focused on the present and open to wherever the future leads. The dynamics of a strong marriage. Joel and Victoria Osteen's marriage, which has lasted over 3 decades, is often held up as a model of faith-based partnership. Despite their busy schedules and public lives, the couple prioritizes their relationship, emphasizing mutual respect, humor, and shared values. In an interview with HuffPost, Joel credited laughter as a key ingredient in their successful marriage. He described Victoria as spontaneous and fun-loving, noting that her joyful nature sets a positive tone in their household. Victoria, in turn, has spoken about the importance of respect and unconditional love, highlighting how these principles have helped them navigate challenges. However, their relationship has not been without its trials. In a candid blog post on Joel's website, Victoria shared that the early years of their marriage were marked by conflicts stemming from her stubbornness and desire to have things her way. She recalled a moment of spiritual clarity where she felt God urging her to change her behavior to preserve the qualities she loved in Joel. This realization led to a renewed commitment to compromise and mutual growth. Victoria's airline incident. In 2008, Victoria made headlines when she was accused of assaulting a flight attendant during a 2005 flight from Texas to Colorado. The attendant, Sharon Brown, alleged that Victoria became irate when a spill on her armrest was not cleaned quickly enough, leading to a physical altercation. Brown filed a lawsuit seeking significant damages, claiming emotional distress and physical harm. While Victoria denied the allegations, a jury ultimately cleared her of any wrongdoing. However, she was fined $3,000 for interfering with a crew member, and the incident sparked widespread media attention. Joel stood by his wife throughout the ordeal, describing the accusations as exaggerated. Theological criticism. Victoria also faced backlash for a 2014 sermon clip in which she suggested that worshiping God brings personal joy, which critics interpreted as promoting self-centered theology. The clip went viral, drawing ire from Christian leaders and commentators who accused her of distorting biblical teachings. Joel defended his wife, arguing that her comments were taken out of context and reaffirming their commitment to honoring God in their ministry. Wealth and accountability. Joel's wealth has been a consistent source of scrutiny. With an estimated net worth exceeding $50 million, the Osteen family lives in a lavish $10.5 million mansion in River Oaks, Houston. Critics have questioned how Joel reconciles his prosperity with his role as a pastor of a nonprofit church. In 2015, attorney Richard Garbarini accused Lakewood Church of functioning as a promotional platform for Joel's books rather than serving purely as a ministry. While Joel has stated that he does not take a salary from the church and relies solely on book sales for income, questions about transparency and ethical boundaries persist. Controversies surrounding Joel Osteen and Lakewood Church. Joel Osteen and Lakewood Church, despite their widespread popularity and influence, have been no strangers to controversy. From allegations of financial impropriety to tragic events on church premises, the ministry's journey has been marked by both acclaim and criticism. Below is a detailed exploration of some of the significant challenges and controversies that have shaped the perception of the Osteen name. Allegations of financial misuse. Joel Osteen's financial success has often been a focal point of criticism. In January 2015, New York attorney Richard Garbarini accused Osteen of exploiting Lakewood Church, a nonprofit organization, for personal financial gain. He alleged that the church functioned as a promotional platform for Osteen's books, describing his sermons as infomercials designed to drive sales rather than spread the gospel. Garbarini argued that royalties from book sales, which were largely attributed to the church's promotion, should benefit the church itself rather than solely enriching Osteen. Daniel Borrow, leader of the nonprofit watchdog group Charity Watch, echoed these sentiments, questioning whether Lakewood Church was prioritizing public service or serving Osteen's private business interests. Critics highlighted the blurred lines between Osteen's role as a pastor and his commercial endeavors, raising concerns about transparency and ethical conduct. In response, Osteen and Lakewood Church vehemently denied the allegations. They emphasized the church's long-standing commitment to integrity, with a spokesperson stating that the claims were false and baseless. Despite these defenses, the accusations lingered, fueling public skepticism about the financial practices of the megachurch. Incidents of abuse and legal challenges. Lakewood Church has faced serious allegations of abuse involving its staff and volunteers. One particularly troubling case emerged in February 2010, involving a volunteer at the church's Champions Club, a ministry for children with special needs. Alvaro Daniel Guzman was accused of inappropriate conduct with a special needs child, leading to an investigation by Child Protective Services, CPS. A fellow volunteer reportedly witnessed the alleged behavior and, after consulting church superiors, reported it to CPS. Though Guzman was removed from his position and subsequently arrested in May 2011 on charges of indecency with a child, a grand jury later declined to indict him. Guzman, asserting his innocence, filed a lawsuit against Lakewood Church in 2012, claiming negligence in the investigation and alleging that the church failed to secure video evidence that could have exonerated him. However, the court ruled in favor of Lakewood Church, citing a lack of evidence to support Guzman's claims. In another disturbing incident, court documents revealed that in May 2014, a church staff member allegedly mishandled a child safety seat containing a young girl named Victoria Wedderburn. The seat was reportedly thrown off a church pew, causing the child to fall face first onto the floor. The resulting injuries led to a lawsuit against the church. While Osteen's legal team denied the allegations and invoked the Charitable Immunity Act to argue that the church bore no liability, the family eventually settled for $15,000. Hurricane Harvey backlash Joel Osteen faced widespread criticism in August 2017 for his perceived slow response to the devastation caused by Hurricane Harvey in Houston, Texas. Despite Lakewood Church's capacity to shelter over 16,000 people, the facility initially remained closed to evacuees. Critics accused Osteen of neglecting his community during a crisis, sparking a social media firestorm. In defense, Lakewood Church claimed that reports of closure were based on a misunderstanding. Church representatives stated that the building had experienced flooding, rendering it temporarily unsafe. They asserted that the church had always planned to assist once city shelters reached capacity. Osteen later explained on the Today Show that the delay stemmed from safety concerns, emphasizing that Lakewood Church eventually opened its doors to provide aid. While some, like filmmaker Tyler Perry, came to Osteen's defense, donating $250,000 and praising his intentions, others remained skeptical. The controversy highlighted the challenges megachurches face in balancing public expectations with logistical realities during emergencies. High-profile collaborations and media presence. Joel and Victoria Osteen's influence extends beyond the church pews, attracting partnerships with celebrities and garnering significant media attention. In 2020, Lakewood Church hosted a virtual Easter service featuring stars like Mariah Carey, Tyler Perry, and Kanye West. The collaboration with West, in particular, drew significant attention, as the rapper had recently embraced Christianity and launched his Sunday service choir. Osteen's partnership with West began in 2019, with the rapper performing at Lakewood Church during a Sunday service. This event drew over 4 million viewers, far exceeding Osteen's usual audience of 1.3 million. While some praised the collaboration as a modern approach to evangelism, others questioned the sincerity of the partnership, speculating that it was mutually beneficial for publicity and financial gain. A tragic incident in 2024. One of the darkest moments in Lakewood Church's history occurred on February 11, 2024. During the interval between services, a woman named Janesse Iron Moreno entered the church with her 7-year-old son and opened fire with an AR-15 rifle. The chaos that ensued was devastating. 2 off-duty police officers working as security personnel responded swiftly, fatally shooting Moreno. Tragically, her son sustained a critical gunshot wound to the head during the exchange, and another man was injured in the hip. The incident left the congregation shaken and reignited debates about security measures in places of worship. Moreno's mental health history added complexity to the tragedy, raising questions about systemic failures in addressing mental illness and preventing violence. The event underscored the vulnerability of even the most prominent religious institutions to acts of violence. Public perception of Joel Osteen. Joel Osteen's ministry has always evoked mixed reactions. Admirers, including high-profile figures like Oprah Winfrey and former President George W. Bush, commend his uplifting messages and ability to connect with a diverse audience. Fellow pastors, such as Rick Warren and T.D. Jakes, have praised Osteen's talent for making Christianity accessible and relatable, particularly to those who might otherwise avoid traditional religious settings. However, critics often target Osteen's prosperity gospel teachings, which emphasize faith as a pathway to material success. Theological scholars argue that this message oversimplifies Christian doctrine, potentially alienating those facing hardship by implying that their struggles stem from a lack of faith. Others criticize Osteen's avoidance of challenging topics such as sin and repentance, suggesting that his sermons offer an overly sanitized version of Christianity. These critiques are compounded by Osteen's lavish lifestyle, which some view as incongruent with the humility advocated by Jesus. Conclusion. The controversies surrounding Joel Osteen and Lakewood Church paint a complex picture of a ministry that inspires millions while grappling with significant challenges. From allegations of financial impropriety to tragic incidents and theological disputes, the Osteen legacy is one of both profound influence and persistent scrutiny. As the ministry continues to evolve, its ability to navigate these challenges will undoubtedly shape its future. Whether viewed as a beacon of hope or a symbol of modern Christianity's flaws, Joel Osteen remains a polarizing figure in the world of faith.